The idea of a side hustle in the United States has changed quietly but deeply as the economy moved toward 2026. A few years ago, extra income usually meant driving, reselling random items, or doing low-skill gig work with little control. What is happening now is different. Structural shifts in how American consumers spend, how companies outsource work, and how technology reduces friction have created specific income paths that scale without violating ethical boundaries. These are not shortcuts or overnight wins. They are systems that reward skill, consistency, and understanding of real market demand inside the United States economy. One reason these side hustles are gaining momentum as 2026 approaches is that American companies are under pressure to reduce fixed costs. Full-time hiring remains expensive due to benefits, compliance, and long-term obligations. At the same time, demand for specialized output keeps rising. This gap is being filled by individuals who operate as small independent producers rather than employees. This shift is visible in labor statistics, showing higher participation in independent contracting, digital services, and micro-business formation across multiple states. The first side hustle that stands out is specialized digital operations support for small and mid-sized American firms. This is not generic virtual assistance. It involves managing specific back-end systems like customer relationship tools, inventory dashboards, appointment scheduling software, and internal reporting. Thousands of local businesses adopted cloud systems after 2020, but never fully optimized them. As a result, owners waste time and money navigating tools they do not understand. Individuals who learn one or two widely used platforms and offer setup, cleanup, and ongoing monitoring services are finding steady demand. The value comes from saving business owners time and reducing operational mistakes. This type of work is paid as a service fee, not tied to speculation, and grounded in real productivity gains. What makes this opportunity stronger entering 2026 is the standardization of business software across the United States. When many companies use similar systems, one skilled operator can serve multiple clients efficiently. The income potential increases without increasing hours at the same rate. This aligns with how modern side income grows sustainably. The work also benefits from trust and referrals, which reduces marketing costs over time and creates income stability. Another area seeing strong expansion is short-form educational content production for American professionals and businesses. This does not mean becoming an influencer or chasing views. Many companies now use short internal and external videos to train staff, explain services, and support customers. Producing these videos requires script clarity, visual organization, and platform understanding, not celebrity presence. Individuals who can turn complex ideas into clear 60 to 90-second explanations are filling a real gap. This includes industries like healthcare administration, real estate operations, logistics coordination, and compliance training. The economic driver here is efficiency. Companies have learned that written manuals are often ignored, while short visual explanations increase retention. As 2026 approaches, this behavior is embedded into corporate workflows. People who offer packaged content production services, such as monthly video libraries or onboarding kits, are seeing repeat contracts. This work is ethical, skill-based, and tied to knowledge transfer rather than hype. Payment is usually per project or per package, making income predictable. A third side hustle expanding rapidly is data cleanup and reporting for small American enterprises. Many businesses collect large amounts of data but do not know how to use it. Sales records, customer behavior, inventory turnover, and service timelines often sit in spreadsheets with errors and inconsistencies. Individuals who understand data organization and basic analysis can transform this information into clear reports that guide decisions. This does not require advanced mathematics or trading models. It requires attention to detail and understanding what questions business owners actually need answered. As regulatory requirements increase across states, accurate records matter more than ever. Businesses face penalties for reporting errors and inefficiencies that reduce margins. This creates demand for people who can audit data, standardize formats, and produce understandable summaries. The income here grows as trust builds. Once a business relies on someone for accurate information, replacing that person becomes costly. That creates long-term relationships rather than one-time gigs. The fourth side hustle gaining traction is localized service brand management. Many American service providers, such as contractors, clinics, and repair companies, struggle with online visibility and customer communication. Managing their digital presence involves handling reviews, updating service listings, responding to inquiries, and ensuring consistent messaging across platforms. This work directly affects revenue, because modern consumers rely on online signals before choosing a provider. What drives growth in this area approaching 2026 is the fragmentation of attention. Customers use many platforms, and business owners cannot manage all of them alone. A single person can manage multiple local brands efficiently using standardized processes. The work focuses on organization and responsiveness, not manipulation. Income is generated through monthly retainers, which creates stability. This model benefits from local trust and practical results rather than trends. The fifth side hustle expanding strongly is remote process documentation and improvement. As American companies continue remote and hybrid operations, they face confusion around workflows. Tasks that were once learned in person now require clear documentation. Individuals who can observe operations, interview staff, and document step-by-step processes provide immense value. This work reduces errors, training time, and dependency on specific individuals. Entering 2026, companies recognize that undocumented knowledge is a risk. When employees leave, processes break. Paying someone to capture and organize workflows becomes a form of risk management. This side hustle relies on communication skills and structured thinking. It is paid as a consulting-style service and aligns income with real organizational improvement. Across all these areas, a common pattern appears. These side hustles grow because they solve specific problems created by modern American business conditions. They do not depend on borrowing, interest-based income, speculation, or exploiting uncertainty. They depend on skill application and value creation. That is why they continue gaining attention as the economic environment evolves. Another reason these side hustles are attracting more people is flexibility without instability. Unlike app-based gig work where income fluctuates daily, these models favor contracts, retainers, and repeat clients. This allows individuals to plan finances and reinvest in skill development. The barrier to entry is learning and discipline, not capital risk. Technology also plays a role, but not in the way many assume. It reduces friction, allowing one person to serve multiple clients efficiently. Automation handles repetitive tasks, while human judgment remains central. This balance increases income potential without increasing ethical concerns. Tools support work rather than replace responsibility. As more Americans seek income diversification, these side hustles align with regulatory frameworks and tax structures. They can be registered, reported, and scaled transparently. This matters because compliance costs increase when income sources are unclear. Operating within clear service categories reduces long-term risk. The shift toward these models is visible in platform data, business surveys, and service marketplaces where demand for specialized support continues rising. While headlines often focus on dramatic changes, the real transformation happens quietly through practical adjustments in how work is organized. Understanding why these side hustles are expanding helps separate durable opportunities from temporary noise. They grow because they fit into existing economic systems and address real inefficiencies. They reward those who focus on competence rather than speed. That foundation is what makes them relevant as the United States economy moves deeper into 2026. This perspective matters because it reframes side income as professional contribution rather than escape. The individuals succeeding in these areas treat their work seriously, price it responsibly, and deliver consistent value. That approach builds resilience regardless of broader market sentiment. What ties these 5 side hustles together is not trend chasing or dramatic economic change. It is alignment with how value is actually created inside the United States economy. Each one exists because businesses need clarity, structure, communication, and reliability more than ever. As organizations grow more complex, they rely less on vague multitasking and more on clearly defined contributions. This is where individuals operating independently can fit without friction. One important factor often overlooked is pricing discipline. People entering these side hustles succeed when they price based on outcomes rather than hours. American businesses increasingly pay for solved problems, not time spent. Someone who organizes operation systems, documents workflows, or cleans reporting data is removing inefficiency. That outcome has a measurable value. When pricing reflects that value, income becomes sustainable and respectful to both sides. This mindset separates durable side income from burnout-driven gig work. Another shared advantage is learning leverage. These hustles reward people who build deep understanding in a narrow area. Learning one system thoroughly allows repetition across clients. Over time, speed and confidence increase without sacrificing quality. This compounds earnings without pushing ethical boundaries. The work improves with experience rather than becoming obsolete. That learning curve creates natural protection against overcrowding, because most people avoid sustained skill development. Trust also plays a central role. In each of these services, clients share sensitive operational information. That means reliability and discretion matter more than marketing claims. Individuals who communicate clearly, meet deadlines, and maintain consistency gain long-term relationships. In the United States service economy, trust reduces churn. Reduced churn leads to steadier income. Steady income allows better planning and reinvestment. From a practical standpoint, these side hustles integrate well with existing schedules. Many tasks can be done asynchronously. This matters because time flexibility allows individuals to balance primary responsibilities without overextension. Unlike on-demand work, these services rely on planning and deliverables. That structure reduces stress and improves output quality. Another reason these opportunities continue expanding is documentation. Businesses now recognize that undocumented systems create fragility. Whether it is customer management, internal training, or reporting, clarity protects continuity. People who provide documentation services are essentially strengthening institutional memory. That value remains relevant regardless of economic cycles. It is also worth noting that these hustles avoid dependency on advertising platforms or algorithm exposure. Income comes from direct client relationships. This reduces volatility. While platforms can assist with discovery, they are not the income source itself. That independence aligns with long-term resilience. Geography further supports growth. Remote service delivery allows individuals to work with clients across multiple states without relocation. This expands addressable markets while keeping costs controlled. It also allows specialization within certain industries while maintaining geographic diversity. That balance reduces concentration risk. Skill validation is another advantage. Results are visible. When a workflow runs smoother or reports become usable, value is clear. This transparency simplifies renewal discussions. Clients understand what they are paying for. That clarity supports ethical business relationships. For those evaluating entry into these areas, preparation matters more than speed. Learning fundamentals, understanding client language, and practicing clear communication creates smoother onboarding. Many failures occur not due to lack of demand, but due to unclear scope and expectations. Setting boundaries and defining deliverables protects both sides. Income stability also improves when services are packaged thoughtfully. Monthly retainers, maintenance agreements, and update cycles create predictability. Predictability supports budgeting and reduces anxiety. That emotional stability is often ignored, but critical for long-term consistency. Technology supports these hustles without dominating them. Tools handle repetition, but human judgment remains central. This balance preserves accountability. Clients want someone responsible, not just software access. That human layer is what keeps these services relevant. Another subtle factor is regulatory awareness. As compliance expectations increase, accurate processes and records matter. Individuals who stay informed without offering legal advice still provide value by organizing information. This reduces risk exposure for clients and strengthens relationships. These side hustles also encourage professional identity development. Rather than seeing oneself as doing random tasks, individuals define clear roles. That clarity improves confidence and communication. It also supports higher quality referrals. Scaling does not require aggressive expansion. Many people increase income simply by improving efficiency and selectivity. Serving fewer clients better often produces stronger results. This aligns with sustainable work habits. Importantly, these opportunities do not rely on economic optimism. They exist because inefficiency exists. Where inefficiency exists, improvement has value. That principle holds across cycles. For viewers evaluating 2026 conditions, the lesson is not to chase novelty. It is to observe where friction remains. Side hustles that remove friction endure. They are built on contribution, not speculation. This approach reframes side income as participation in problem solving. It rewards patience and competence. Over time, reputation becomes the primary asset. When income comes from real services delivered to real businesses, sustainability improves. That foundation explains why these 5 side hustles continue expanding as structural features of the United States economy rather than passing trends.